Ah, it feels good to be surrounded by blue again! Molly Minute, Molly Minute. If you've been here for a while, you might understand this reference, otherwise you're probably pretty confused. Molly Minute, Molly Minute! So anyway, Marlies win! 6-5 in Game 1 of the Calder Cup Final over the Texas Stars. MFR. It's like LFR, but for the Marlies. I've heard people mistakenly think that LFR stood for Leafer. So what do you think MFR sounds like? Alright, I got two videos to make today. It's this MFR, and I also got the Cup Check video for the Vegas Caps game. And I'm going to the Marlies game, which is at 4 today. And I live in Oshawa, so that means I have to leave way before 4. So if I talk even faster than usual, that's why. But luckily, we had a relatively quiet game in this one, kind of a chess match. And by quiet chess match, I mean there were 11 freaking goals! Sorry, there's kind of a lot of echo. Hey, look, there's walls now! Steve, focus, let's talk about the game. It's funny how similar this game was to Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Because you come into the series, Braden Holtby's been fantastic. Marc-Andre Fleury has been Conn Smythe-worthy, win or lose. First game, they both get lit up like a Christmas tree. Similarly, Mike McKenna of the Texas Stars comes in with a .940 save percentage in these playoffs, and Garrett Sparks, not too far behind with a .926, was arguably, not very arguably though, the best goalie in the American Hockey League this year. 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the game, and series, there's a goal. Just looking at the video on the Marlies YouTube channel, which is excellent by the way, the highlight pack is 7 minutes and 44 seconds. That's how you know it was crazy. About 6 minutes in, Marlies already in penalty trouble. It was Andreas Janssen with the trip, and I gotta be honest, he's been so dominant in these playoffs, but he didn't look very good in this game. Well, maybe not necessarily. He didn't live up to the dominant standard he has set for himself, which coming into this game was 6 goals, 9 assists, 15 points in 9 games. On the penalty kill, Marlies, 4 bodies behind the net. Before they realize both point men are open, it's too late. Travis Morton in the high slot with all the time in the world snipes blocker side on Garrett Sparks. Texas ahead 1-0. And you know it was a good shot because it was so good that the ref didn't know it went in. That was one of those embarrassing reviews where the first time you see it, you go, yeah. I don't blame the ref for waving it off. He didn't see it go in. They reviewed it. It was obviously in. No harm, no foul. Texas is up. Sparks really aggressive on that one to cut off the angle. Still wasn't enough. Great shot. About 2 minutes later though, Justin Hall doing it himself. Rushing through the neutral zone. Passes it to Miro Oltinen just to get it back. He's gonna drag his leg on the blue line. He's going so fast. The pass doesn't quite get through. Texas collects it in front of their own net and Hall almost bats it in. Then it goes into the corner. It's Hall after the puck. This is why I tweeted yesterday, Hall reminds me more of video game me than any other professional hockey player. Because I'm a right-handed defenseman who occasionally goes, how the hell did I get here? I sure hope someone's covering for me. And in the corner, Hall gets a puck. He throws it on and... Really? On the broadcast, Todd Crocker said it was Andreas Janssen banging it in front, and that's what I thought happened, but nope. You could tell by his reaction in front, it goes off of Stars defender Reese Scarlett in front and in. By the way, Reese Scarlett? What kind of a name is that? I think he missed his calling. Reese Scarlett sounds like a young detective, or like one of those celebrities who is really famous but you're not sure why. Doesn't matter, shut up and eat your food, Marlies tied up. Only a few minutes later though, Marlies in penalty trouble again. Carl Grundstrom, another guy who's had a fantastic playoffs, taking a careless penalty. Playing the puck with a broken stick, which I guess, I don't know, instinct, whatever. In this goal, I'm not really sure what happened. The Stars are in their own zone. Colin Greening is the high man for the Marlies, watching out. Justin Hall is cheating up a little bit, and Martin Morinson is kind of flat-footed at the blue line. Brett Regner recognizes that a lot faster than they do. Amazing pass up ice to Curtis McKenzie. Breakaway on the power play, snipes on Garrett Sparks' blocker side, and the Stars are up 2-1 again. Not again. They were up again, but they weren't up 2-1 the first time. So 2 goals on 2 great shot by the Stars early, but Garrett Sparks not getting a ton of help. Here's how bad this breakdown was. You know it's bad when Mike McKenna gets an assist on the power play. For those of you who have already forgotten, that's the goalie. The Marlies would answer back with a good end to the first period, but they head to intermission down 2-1. It's okay though, there hasn't been a goal for about 10 minutes. Now, I bet it turns into a defensive chess match. One of the things the Marlies definitely need to focus on going forward is improving the penalty kill. The Stars getting 2 power play goals in 1 period. One way to improve your penalty kill is not take penalties. Marlies on the power play, they give up a breakaway. Timashov breaks it up, but he takes a penalty. Power play's done. And lost in all that is Garrett Sparks had to make a huge save. Holy smokes, can you just? And Timashov was not exactly neck and neck with the guy he was chasing. I'm kind of surprised it wasn't a penalty shot. Marlies have a brief penalty kill at the tail end of the 4-on-4. Luckily, there's no goal scored there. Shortly after, however, Pierre Engvall creating pressure in the corner and he causes an errant pass. Colin Greening works in there to clean up the mess, throws it in front for Freddie. The GOAT bangs in a one-timer. It is a 2-2 game. That line is huge, by the way. Greening is the shortest member at 6'2", Engvall 6'4", Gauthier 6'5", which is a number that will be relevant later. Alright, now they just need to calm it down, get the game under control. No! Marlies can't clear the zone. Austin fighting in front with all the time in the world. Stop me if you've heard this before. Snipes blocker side of Garrett Sparks. 3-2 stars. I mean, at least it was even strength this time. Marlies with breakdown after breakdown, and the stars are making them pay every single time. Welcome to the Calder Cup final. It's kind of the two best teams. Late in the period, just over 2 minutes left, Justin Hall tries to rush up ice. Gets picked off and he scrambles back, and everyone's scrambling back, and they got numbers, but the turnover causes the scramble in the first place. Justin Dowling with a spin and fire stop by the pad of Garrett Sparks, but it's put away by Travis Morin. The Stars now have a 2-goal lead. Justin! No! Jeez! Game 1 of the Calder Cup final. Every single mistake is going in the back of the Marlies net. And maybe you go, well, it'd be nice to get the occasional save. First of all, that's exactly what Sparks has been giving you all season long. Calvin Pickard too. And second of all, he made the first save. Maybe, and I don't know if you thought about trying this, but stop screwing up! Less than 20 seconds to go in the period. Marlies looking for an opportunity, but nothing's gonna come of this one. The puck's in the goal. Oh my, what? Ben Smith behind the net, throws in front, Chris Mueller tips it, and that's enough to fool Mike McKenna. Late period goal. Marlies within 1, 4-3. Are you having fun? Chris Mueller, by the way, Leaf fans, if you don't know who he is, you should. 2 years ago on the San Diego Gulls, 57 points in 63 games. Last year on the Tucson Roadrunners, 67 points in 68 games. This season with the Marlies, 52 points in 73 games, including 13 points in 14 games so far in these playoffs. He's a guy who, if the Leafs got into a real injury bind, which they kind of avoided this season, I thought they might have given him a shot. He's on an NHL deal. Don't get too excited about upside potential and stuff like that. He's 32, but he's a good player. And hopefully he continues to be a good player because the Marlies are still losing. Early in the third period, Marlies on the power play. Excellent. Andreas Janssen with the puck. Oh, when he gets it, it's automatic. Oh, turnover, breakaway. Oh, Sparks with the huge save in the Marlies save face. Yeah, all that stuff I was saying about Janssen. He needs to be better in game 2, and I'm sure he will be, but not a great game. Just a few seconds later, Marlies with their ducks in a row now. Loverde rushing it up the ice, gives it to Colin Greening. Greening drop back for Mason Marchment. Oh, sure, okay, you bet. He snipes on Mike McKenna. We got a tied game 4-4. Because, of course, man, not to disrespect Mason Marchment, that was his 4th goal of these Calder Cup playoffs, but that went in. It didn't seem like too dangerous of a shot, but what I think Marchment did was he shot between Greening and the Stars defender, and it was a temporary screen for Mike McKenna. And when he threw up his glove hand, which is his right hand, and I don't know, it's kind of weird, I'm not really used to it, you could tell he didn't really know where the puck was. But enough about that, celebrate, it's a tie game. About 5 minutes into the third period now, a great play started by Justin Hall with a long pass up the ice, didn't rush it. I guess the Stars took notice of the first period and were kind of looking for it. Marlies with a scoring chance, it stopped, but the puck in the corner still alive. Mueller to Timashov to a wide open player in front, the most dangerous player on earth, Martin Marincin. Nothing's gonna come. Whoa! Oh! Ah! So that was a screaming version of what happened. What Martin Marincin actually did was forehand, backhand, forehand, shoots, stopped, gets a rebound, scores. For any Leaf fans who are concerned that they may have misheard me, that's Martin Marincin. Marincin. I went like between Marincin and Marincin. Marty. And actually, there was a great shot of Kyle Dubas on TV where he just goes, Marty. You can tell he loves him, man. I just wonder. Look, Marincin had a full season with the Leafs. He kind of had his chance, and he even got a call up this year and didn't look very good. And the AHL is not the same as the NHL, but 4 goals, 16 assists, 20 points in 52 games for Marty this season, including a goal, 6 assists, and 7 points in 14 playoff games. I wonder. But look, enough of that. We're miles from that. This is game 1 of the Calder Cup final, and it's not even over. Focus. Huge momentum building goal. The Marlies jumping all over each other. They're celebrating like they just won it in overtime. There's no way they're gonna let the Stars tie it. Except for less than a minute and a half later when the Stars tie it. Justin Dowling with the definition of falling with style. Martin Marincin's right in his face, and he's trying to shoot past him. Either Marincin's stick or Hall's stick gets in the way. Shot doesn't go off. But it chips in a way that it goes past Marincin. Dowling goes around him, gets the shot on Sparks, scores. It's beautiful. You gotta watch it. I'm posting the highlights at the end of this video. There is no chance Dowling meant to do that. It probably looked horrible in person, but you watch the replay. I'm not sure you can blame someone for that. You give Dowling the credit because he did the thing. 5-5. Defense wins championships. About 9 minutes into the third, Roop Hintz, who is a person, takes a penalty, sending the Marlies to the power play, which is usually very good, except for tonight when it has been very bad. This one you have to watch the highlight of because it's crazy. Marlies are working it around, and they're passing low, and they're passing high, and they're trying stuff, and they're passing back low, and in the process, Trevor Moore loses his stick. And so he just leaves. He just takes off. And there's like a solid 5 seconds where it's just 4-on-4. The Stars aren't nearly aggressive enough trying to get it back. One of the Stars penalty killers, Sheldon Sheldon. He's kind of just sticking dicking around in the slot because he sees Trevor Moore coming back and he wants to guard that pass. Wants to make sure he doesn't leave him wide open. But then Callie Rosen at the point passes it down low to Chris Mueller. Trevor Moore is completely forgotten about. Mueller hits him with a beautiful pass. Bam! A snipe by Trevor Moore, who is having himself a playoffs, his 5th of the playoffs. Marlies take a 6-5 lead, and I can't even feel that good about it or relaxed, because what is the game over? As it would turn out, yes. Garrett Sparks doing his job, the Marlies doing a good job of taking away chances. Dmytro Timashov got a breakaway and 2 whacks at it. Don't know how that wasn't at least called for a penalty, but that is it. Game is over, Marlies close it out, and hey! Brouhaha behind the net, everyone gets involved. It's more of a scuffle than anything. Nothing really comes of it until Curtis McKenzie with a shot. Dirty pool after the horn, and Trevor Moore skating over to Stars captain Curtis McKenzie, and he points right at the C on McKenzie's chest. I'm sure what he said was a little bit more vulgar than this, but I think he said, "Some captain." All I know is this: the Marlies are 3 wins shy of a Calder Cup. They're up 1-0 in the Calder Cup final. And all I know is this: I have another video to shoot. And all I know is this: I'm going to game 2 today. So what I know is this: I need to end it here. I'll take like questions and stuff. Usually MFR videos will be a little bit different, but I have 2 videos to do today. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Marty McDangles, man.